What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Jesseology, and today we have our Mountain West predictions, and I'm super excited to get into today's video. The Mountain West has been better than it's ever have been this year, and it has the same amount of teams as the Big East, and currently it is projected more bids in the Big East. That is just absolutely crazy, and it's not even a Power 6 conference, so let's just see how this tournament plays out and hear my predictions for who wins. This is currently a 6-bid league. I think, but it could possibly get 7 if UNLV makes a run to the final or wins it all. Let's start out with the Wednesday games. We start out with Fresno and Wyoming. I just think Wyoming has a little more firepower. We've seen them compete with the better teams. They beat Colorado State at home. They played some close games against Boise State, against Nevada, against Utah State. So Wyoming has potential, but I don't think they're able to win this league. But they have shown a little more light than Fresno State, and I think they have a little bit more depth than Fresno State, as Fresno State is 5 guys heavy. Up next, we have San Jose State versus Colorado State. San Jose State is playing some really bad basketball right now. Colorado State isn't. I'm a huge fan of Isaiah Stevens. I think he's a phenomenal point guard. I do think Colorado State has to be better on the defensive end of the ball if they want to make a run in March. And I don't think they're playing the best defense right now, but I am going to take them because San Jose State isn't great. Up next, we have New Mexico and Air Force. This New Mexico team is kind of much home merchants. They can really only win at home if you watch them play. But regardless, they have great guards, Jalen House especially. I mean, they've beaten some really good teams. They beat Utah State. They beat San Diego State. Give me New Mexico. Air Force is probably one of the worst teams in the country. Utah State and Wyoming. I do think Utah State wins it. I like Darius Brown's game. There's a reason they're number 1. Darius Brown, he runs the offense runs for him. A great Oboser, I think that's his name, Oboser. He's phenomenal to watch. They'll give it to him on the right wing, and he'll kind of drive left and make a play off the glass. Give me Utah State. San Diego State and UNLV, we just saw this matchup last week, and it's proven to be a good matchup for UNLV. They were up huge, and then San Diego State made a push back. But San Diego State is going to be angry. They're coming off a loss at Senior Day, 2 straight losses, in fact, to UNLV and Boise State. They're going to be angry. They know to play this tournament. They returned a lot of players from last year. Lamont Butler, Jalen Hood are great players. San Diego State is just going to have that little more oomph in them, and I like San Diego State Aztecs. Up next, we have Nevada and Colorado State. This Nevada team is super underrated. Jared Lucas has made a huge step up late in the season, and they don't really have a flaw on their team. They're good on offense. They're stellar on defense, and they're not home merchants. They've proven they can win at other teams. They won at Washington. They won on a neutral court versus both Georgia Tech and Hawaii. And then they won at Boise State by 10 points. And they won at Colorado State. If you don't watch the Mountain West, to win on the road versus one of these top 6 teams is unheard of. Top 7 teams. That's crazy to win on the road versus them, and they're doing that consistently. Give me the Wolfpack. Jared Lucas made a huge step up, but the X factor is Keenan Blackshear. He's so fun to watch. He reminds me of Julius Randle. He can drive to the hoop. He shoots the 3 all right, and he doesn't end games well, but he always has a good first half. But he gets this team out to great starts. Give me Nevada. Up next, we have New Mexico versus Boise State. And I'm not high on either of these teams, but I really like Rice the coach's son on Boise State. I just think New Mexico has better guards. I feel like Boise State, they're great at D, but they sometimes just struggle to score. Give me New Mexico, Jalen House, great player. Up next on Friday's games, give Utah State and San Diego State. And this has been a disappointing season for San Diego State. They were top 17, number 17 in the country to start the year. And it's safe to say that they haven't lived up to expectations. They've been a little worse than what people expected. The committee had them as a 4 seed a couple weeks ago. They've lost 4 times, I believe, since then. 4 times. I think they're on the 7-8 line right now. Unless they do well in this tournament. If they lose first round, they could easily get an 8 seed. But give me the Aztecs. Well, I should probably say 17. I think 8's a bit of a stretch. But give me the Aztecs to beat Utah State. And this will clinch them at the worst a 6, I believe, if they make the finals. And I think they're 6 in Joe Lunardi's bracketology. So, yeah, maybe a 5. But that is where I have San Diego State. I really like how they feed it to Jalen Ledee. I like how they're utilizing him this year. He's really getting a lot of touches inside the paint. He's like the guy where if there's not a clear center on a team that can guard him, he's going to get the ball 15, 20 times in the paint. He's going to score 30, 35 points a game. Lamont Butler has also made a step up. You know, I really like his mid-range game. But free throws do hurt San Diego State. They are one of the worst free throw shooting teams in the country. Nevada and New Mexico. So, here's the matchup I'm looking for. Jared Lucas versus Jalen House. Jared Lucas is a little bit less quick. He has a little bit of a height advantage, I'd say. And he's better at driving than House. But they're probably around, House is probably better at the 3 by a little bit. But Blackshear, this is where he comes into play. Keenan Blackshear will be the X factor. Nevada has proven that they don't just win at home. That's what New Mexico does. This is on a neutral court. Nevada is a stellar team. I'm super high on them. Give me the Wolfpack. Nevada and San Diego State. And I just feel like free throws really hurt San Diego State in shootouts. Like, you got to be up 6 or 7 with 2 minutes, with 1 or 2 minutes left to feel safe if you're San Diego State. Lamont Butler is 40% from the line or something like that, and they struggle with free throws. Ledee is in the 70s. They can single-handedly blow a game because of free throws. And especially if they're in the bonus, not the bonus plus. The 1-and-1s are going to really hurt them. And that's where I don't like San Diego State. Nevada looks like a top 15 team in the country with how they're playing defense. They're not fast. They're not slow. They're in the middle of that. Jared Lucas, Keenan Blackshear, huge fan of their games. So, in the end here, I like Nevada to be your Mountain West champion. And I know it's a bit of an upset pick. I think they're like plus 550 or plus 600 to do it. But we didn't go chalk in the Mountain West. We took a 6 seed to the Final Four. We took a 2 seed to win. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much your Mountain West predictions. Let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next one. Up next, we're going to do Pac-12.